Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey everybody, this is Black Diamond and you're listening to Basic Black After Dark. Now this is the show that meets you where you are and gives you what you ask for. At least we try to every time we come on. Tonight's episode is more than a conversation. It's a call to action. It's a moment of truth and tenderness and a window into a mother's unwavering fight for her child's life. I have tonight as a guest who might not show up tonight, and that's because she's probably spending time with her family. And I'll tell you a little bit more about that. But if she pops in, we're grateful to have her. She is talented, she is a poet, and she's a mother. Her name is Denise, and she's known to many people as Shy Baby. Now, I'm gonna read a little bit about her. She is a Chicago, Illinois native. She went to college for business management and accounting, and she's always wanted to become an established editor. So Lachey, a former foster child, she is a fibromyalgia fighter and an abuse victim advocate. She survived abuse and domestic violence. She married her husband in 2017, and she currently has 4 children. She is known for being a free spirit with an old soul. She has wisdom. She is being imaginative and having a penchant for art, music, culture, and books that's only found far from any given beaten path. She began writing poetry and short stories as a child. Her love for writing grew as she did, and in high school, with the motivation of some friends, she developed her first novel. Could you imagine in high school, where most kids is running around and some may be cutting classes and trying to get to college, but she was really into those books, and she was in there writing her first novel. Being a creator of habit, Lachey stuck to her guns. She stayed focused, and she worked hard to become a great novelist. But in the summer of 2024, June to be exact, she published her first book in her Rooted Child series. Now that's a series, so you know you got to be looking for the rest of them. Being a part of a number of anthologies, such as the Silently Heard Inside series and 100 Days, 100 Nights, 100 Messages, and writing it in the Inspiring Authors magazine Poetry Corner. After realizing she had a knack for playing on words, she came to claim her place among her other fellow writers. Currently, and this is where I'm going to tell you she may not be here tonight. Her youngest daughter, they call her Cash, has been battling with heart failure. Lachey has been busy supporting all 4 of her children as they all have been facing challenges, being a sounding board and pouring herself into her writing. As we face this battle with God on our side, Lachey has been inspired by baby Cash's journey, so inspired that she came to the conclusion that the best way to help a toddler understand something so life-changing that happened to her before she could have formulated memories to write the story, waiting for the heart she needs. And that's coming soon, so I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to read it and to to learn more about her journey and Cash's journey. I know I can't even say that I imagine. I could just, I know this has to be hard on her. She uses her passion for writing to entertain and to encourage others. She writes about people and situations we rarely see or hear about. When she isn't writing, Lachey loves listening to music, stepping, dancing, reading, or finding new books to add to her collection. She does handcrafting. It's a variety of goods to satisfy her crafty heart and thinking of what to write about next. Being a mom and a supportive presence for her children, Miss Lachey also loves feeding her family's mind with her soulful words or the bellies as a great cook. Now, I don't doubt that she's a great cook. She got 4 kids. I'm quite sure that they come to the table and she serves it up. She won't sugarcoat telling it like it is. She speaks to those that can relate to her or was afraid to speak on unsavory subjects in a world void heroes. It's time for someone to wear the cape. Miss Lachey, I think you've been wearing this cape for a long time. She'd still be the first to tell you that her self-care ain't all selfish. Consider them words and to stand on and live by. Now, like I mentioned, that she's not here, and we were going to make a discussion or talk about some things. And I wanted to know from her about baby Cash and what makes her smile. But I've seen some pictures of baby Cash, and just with her being with her mother, she just lights up a room. And I believe for her mother, that makes her very special, along with the rest of her children. I don't know what it was like when she first learned about baby Cash's heart transplant need, but I can just imagine that she had to sit back down in a chair and she had to think that that's my baby. My baby needs a heart. Where am I going to get that heart from? So the unfortunate thing about when your child or anyone needs a heart, you know that somebody else has to leave in order for you to get that. What was your initial reaction as a mother? I wanted to ask her, but I think I was going to keep that out because you can just imagine what her reaction was like when the doctors came in and told her that her baby's heart was failing. I'm talking about she's a baby. She haven't even spent time crawling and walking and laughing and giggling and doing all the other little things and being potty trained like all the other little girls. Baby Cash is a little girl. How did her heart process that moment? Now, I'm a mother myself, but I can guarantee you that she probably wanted to just rip her own heart out and give it to her baby. The medical teams were saying things about her condition and her timeline. Baby Cash is still here, so she still has some time. I couldn't imagine what a normal day looked like for baby Cash right now. But again, from all the pictures that her mother's sharing, she's getting around. She's moving up and down and just making everybody smile. The hospital, her family. This has to be some journey for her. But I believe that it taught her mother. And I'm hoping that it teaches everyone else a lesson during this time and during any time that you spend with your children. I know this has been the hardest part of her experience emotionally and physically. It can be draining. Running back and forth to the hospital, not wanting to leave them because you have children at home, you have to tend to them, you have to tend to keep in your job, you have to continue, you have to keep your mind focused, you have to keep your mind going on the best possible outcome for her. I'm hoping that her community is supporting her and giving her all the support that she needs because this can be rough on a person, on a parent. You delivered your baby, expecting your baby. Now, we all look at the 5 fingers and the toes and the little cute nose and everything, but there's one thing that we can't look at, and that's inside her to see her heart. And I'm quite sure while she was holding her, she was just looking at her baby, not knowing that there was anything wrong. I know that receiving a new heart would mean the world for her mother, but it would mean more for Cash. Now, listeners, you can donate or support in any tangible ways right now. While the medical side is so critical, I know the emotional side is often where the real weight sits. I know that it has impacted her mother's heart. because it impacts me just knowing that this baby needs a heart. Before we get into any part of the journey, I hope that we have some people that's out there listening and taking notes and loving on your children. I know that I would love to know some of her favorite things, what makes her light up. But again, I think it's her mother. Every time she sees her mother, I'm quite sure she lights up the room. Now, I know there was a time that she said something that stood out to me, that her smile gives her strength. And that's beautiful. Thinking about how she can channel that strength. And I think that she started putting it into her poetry. Her strength is undeniable. And I know she turned that pain into power through the poetry. Now, if you haven't gotten some of her books, please go get them. And I'm not saying just go get them because of what's going on with her daughter. Go get them because they're worthwhile reading. That's probably one of her creative outlets for the moment. And as I read earlier, that she turned to writing in high school, and then she switched over to poetry. And I believe that has been her lifeline. Her writing has helped her hold space for the grief that she's going through, and it's helping her with hope and faith. I believe at times she keeps Cash in mind, but I believe she keeps her other children in mind too, without losing herself. There's just so many roles that she plays right now. And storytelling will play some of those roles for her. She advocates for her children and she advocates for herself. Now, most of the time when you hear of people who have children that are sick or anybody else that's in their need, they advocate for those people and they advocate hard. But what I liked about her and what I like about her is that she advocates for herself. She don't just sit there doing nothing. She advocates for herself. She probably sits and say, look, I got to get up and keep it going. My daughter, my other children, my household. Those are things that I believe that has inspired her in the many words that's going through her book. That's that pen during this season that she continues to write. This experience has shaped and viewed her love and her strength for motherhood. Now, I'm not going to stay too long on here. I just wanted to give you a little bit about Lachey and Cash. I'm going to hold the space for her future and the future of Lachey as well as her mother. I want to thank her for sharing some of her daughter's journey with me because we did speak, along with her truth and her poetry. And like I said, you got to get out there and see that poetry. Lachey's strength is unmatched, and baby's Cash heart is already wrapped in so much love. To our listeners, if you feel moved by this story, don't just feel, act. Visit www.COTAFORKASHEART and donate. I'm going to say that again because I really want you to donate. This is for baby Cash, okay? www.cota.org/COTAF as in Frank, ORKASHEART. And donate what you can. No amount is too small when you're helping save a life. I don't care if you got to go get that penny jar and just get them pennies, take it to the store, cash them in, roll them up, take them to your bank, whatever you got to do. Every little bit helps. It takes money to run back and forth to the doctor. I'm quite sure there's days that she misses work. I'm going to tell you, I honestly don't believe that Lachey is the type that if you send her the donation and she's going out shopping, buying herself something. But to tell you the truth, she do deserve something. But she's going to use that money for baby Cash because those hospital bills got to be paid. Y'all heard it just like I did. Now I don't even like to go into politics, but y'all heard it. They making some cuts. They making some healthcare cuts. And I don't think some people are thinking about where those healthcare cuts is going to hurt the most. But I truly hope that they don't reach this child right now. So please donate, because we never know when it's going to happen. Because it can happen to you. And you could be healthy. But you decide one day your tooth is aching and you get ready to go to the dentist. Can't be seen because your health benefits was cut. So you're going to be in pain. Tylenol, ibuprofen, whatever it is that you're going to take is going to minimize it. But there's nothing that baby cash can take right now that's going to minimize it except your donations. So I'm going to repeat it again. Please donate to www.cota.org/COTA, COTA, fork, FORK, ASHSHEART. So if you see it, it's saying Coda for Cash's Heart. That's exactly what it's saying. And before we go, I want to invite you all to join me. I don't even really want to go there with this today, because I myself is choked up and I see somebody here saying good evening. My cousin just got a new heart a few days ago, and congratulations. What the Black Diamond, is good to see you. It's good to see you too, sweetie. Please tell your family and your friends that we have a baby. And I'm going to tell you one thing. She's one of our own. She's one of our own. She needs a heart. She needs those donations going in. So instead of buying at Starbucks, instead of going over there and buying them donuts, put them away for a while. Add it up. See what it costs you a month for Starbucks. You can send that for baby cash. You don't take lunch to work. You go out and eat with your buddies. Get your buddies together and tell them about baby cash. Yes, I believe it too, Latanya. The baby will have a new heart too. I'm praying on it for her. I'm praying that this happens soon. I haven't been in touch with mom recently to know where she stands with all of this and what's going on. I'm going to give her that privacy, but I'm going to continue to advocate for her. But like I said, before we go, I want to invite you to join me in a panel of extraordinary guests on Friday, July 19th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on Basic Black After Dark. We will continue the conversation around healing, trauma, and transformation in our Cracks in the Surface, Strengths in the Core, Not Easily Broken series. Together, we are rewriting what strength looks like and reminding the world that even broken things can still bloom. I want to thank you for tuning in, and as always, thanks for keeping it basic. I'm going to read some of this on the side. You're praying too. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for everybody praying for Lachey and for baby Cash and her family and for all the children and people who need hearts. I just hope that research can do more. And sometimes some of these donations can go towards research. So it won't get that far. Once a baby is born, they can detect it and take care of it right then and there. They don't have to wait for a heart. They can do something with the heart they already have. I know that's me just talking and wishful thinking, but look, anything is possible. When God's in charge, he can do whatever he needs to do with somebody's hands, with somebody's mind. So I'm hoping that they're working just as hard. And I'm hoping that it may sound a little prejudiced of me, but I'm hoping that she's at the top of the list. Because I would love to see this little girl in person once she receives her heart. Thank you, Latanya, saying you agree with me. But you know what's even better? Reaching out to her mom, just letting her know that you hear her and that you're praying for her. If you want to send me something, I'll make sure that she gets it. I'm not talking about the money because I don't deal with anybody's money. But if you want to send any messages to her, because I'm not giving out her information here because I don't have permission. But I'm on Basic Black After Dark. I'm under Author Black Diamond on Facebook. And you can send me the messages and I'll make sure that she gets it. So like I said, we wasn't going to talk very long because Lachey's not here. And she's probably with her daughter right now. And that's okay. See, when a guest don't show up, I don't lose control. I stay in control because I do understand that things happen. And she has a little girl that needs her right now. A lot more than I need her to be sitting here. So I can pass her message, I can advocate for her, and so can all the listeners. You all can advocate for her as well. It's not going to hurt for everybody to join in and advocate. I understand it's the 4th of July, people out there celebrating. You're going to see another one next year. She's probably in the hospital with her daughter, just maybe letting her see the fireworks from inside. So let's get these fireworks going for her and get these donations out. I'm going to go back to it again and I'm going to say this one more time. www.coda.org/Coda for Cash's Heart. Coda, COTAFORKASHSHEART. If anybody want to start a GoFundMe page, send me the information and I'll send it to a mother because a mother has to get permission for that. But please don't start a GoFundMe page and using this child's name and collecting the money because I know some people out there, and yes, I did go there. I went there. Do not do a GoFundMe and use this child to get the money. If you want to start a GoFundMe, you contact her parent and let her parent decide whether that's something that she wants to do. I can't decide it and I'm not going to decide. But whatever she wants to do, that's what I'm here for. So I thank you all for tuning in. I hope this sinks in tonight to you all. Good evening, Travita. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this all sinks in for you tonight. As you're watching those firecrackers and lighting and you've been eating and enjoying your evening, just think where mom is at tonight. I'm not trying to put a damper on your day, but look, the day is almost over. You all had your fun. Now think about mom tonight. Think about what she may have missed with all of her children. Quite sure she wanted to take baby Cash out too. So I'm going to say good night and I want to thank you all for tuning in. And again, don't forget, send your prayers up. Again, she's one of us. And if you can't contact me regarding her, you can speak to the producer, Angela Thomas Smith. You can get in touch with the Crew Network. And if you want to talk to Miss Angela, speak to her. So that's another person that has a connection with her as well. Latanya says, yes, please do not go fund me for your own selfish reasons. Get mom's permission to the audience. Yes. Yes, because people do it. People find what they consider a cause and they run with it. Mom has no idea that that is going on. Speak to mom. And if mom says yes, then mom will do the GoFundMe. Just help support it by sending people there. But please don't collect the money. Let it go directly to mom. Mom knows what she needs it for. We're just here as her wing people to help her, to make sure she gets what she needs for her baby and to help support with whatever she can with for her family. So I thank you all for tuning in. Don't forget to think of baby Cash as you close out your evening. And I want to thank you all so much. And don't forget to tune in for Cracks in the Surface, Strengths in the Core for our panel. We're going to be meeting in a few weeks. Thank you and good night.